All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today we are looking at something that could fundamentally change the entire trajectory of your career. We are navigating this incredibly fast-paced AI-driven business landscape right now. And if you're like most people, you're probably wondering how to not just keep up with all of this, but actually unlock your future career potential and drive some serious real-world business success.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. When you look at your job or your company or even your whole industry, are you actually seeing the whole picture or just one tiny piece of the puzzle? Because while most of us are trained to be hyper-specialists, we know our specific job, our department, our little silo. Sometimes we don't even know what the people on the floor above us actually do all day. But here's the thing, if you don't understand how the entire engine of your industry works, from the very beginning spark of an idea all the way to the final customer, you're basically operating with blinders on.
And those blinders, they are getting riskier to wear every single day. Which brings us to Section 1, the Business Survival Challenge.
We are looking at a modern business world moving at warp speed, pushed by some absolutely massive disruptive forces. Digital disruption is completely wiping out legacy companies overnight. Artificial intelligence, it's rewriting what is literally possible in the workplace. And then you have customer expectations that are constantly shifting. People want faster, better, and cheaper solutions right now. Combine all of that with fierce global competition and entirely new business models popping up, and you get an environment where companies either continuously adapt or they die. You just cannot rely on the old playbook anymore.
It's really like a tale of two different professionals. On one hand, you have the average professional. They understand only their isolated part of the business. They know their marketing or their coding or their finance. But then you have the next-gen leader. This is the person who's going to thrive, get promoted, and build massive businesses. Why? Because they understand the complete end-to-end value chain. They see exactly how every single piece connects to drive success for the whole enterprise.
Okay, so moving into Section 2, what exactly is a value chain? Now, don't let the corporate jargon scare you, because it actually demystifies business strategy for absolutely anyone. You don't need an MBA to get this. A value chain is literally just the complete end-to-end process from creation to customer. It is the full journey of a product or a service from being just a mere idea all the way into the hands of a happy, paying customer and literally everything that happens in between. Grasping this concept? It's the secret weapon that top-tier consultants use to give companies a massive competitive advantage.
Think of a successful business like a giant puzzle made of 5 interconnected pieces: strategy, operations, technology, people, and customers. You can't just change your technology without realizing it's going to deeply impact the people using it, right? You can't tweak your operations without it rippling out to the customer experience. Actually, it's wild how often massive corporations fail simply because their tech team and their customer service team are reading from completely different maps. When you figure out how to look at all 5 of these elements together, you start spotting incredible opportunities for growth, massive efficiency gains, and true innovation. Basically, you stop thinking like an employee and you start thinking like a CEO.
So, how do we actually learn to think this way? Let's get into Section 3, the Transformation Forum Solution.
The big question is how you actually acquire this value chain thinking to level up your career. Enter Modus's Industry Value Chain Transformation Forum. Listen, this is not just another sleepy seminar or textbook lecture. It's a dynamic, fully collaborative platform to learn end-to-end industry perspectives. But more importantly, it is all about real-world application. It brings ambitious people together to tackle actual business transformation initiatives. It's basically the ultimate mentor for anyone trying to crush their career goals.
Now you're probably wondering, hey, is this actually for me? Well, whether you're an entrepreneur building a startup, an MBA student, an AI developer wanting to see how your code impacts the real world, or an aspiring consultant, yes, this is built for you. And it's not locked to just one field either. You dive into value chains across massive sectors like retail, healthcare, finance, tech, manufacturing, and hospitality.
And it all kicks off with an incredible first session focused entirely on business transformation in the age of AI. It's a highly engaging, 2-hour open, interactive discussion. The goal here isn't just to talk at you for 2 hours. It's to completely rewire your perspective on how businesses function. You'll explore why businesses have to adapt right now, the real impact of digital transformation, and how top consultants use value chains to completely unlock business performance.
Which brings us nicely to Section 4, Unlocking Future Career Potential.
That first session, it's really just the appetizer. For those who keep going, you step into a structured pathway of growth. First, you learn advanced methodologies. Then, you participate in structured research.
Next, you are literally working alongside experienced global consultants and practitioners. And finally, you execute by taking on real, industry-specific consulting assignments. You aren't just memorizing theory here. You are building your resume step by step in the real world.
The whole program is held up by 4 core pillars. Number 1, industry experience directly from global practitioners. Number 2, structure of consulting skills, so you get the exact problem-solving toolkit used by high-end consultants. Number 3, AI and technology innovation, to teach you how to apply AI across the value chain for actual, measurable results. And finally, entrepreneurial thinking, which trains you to spot opportunities in the chaos and create brand new value. Bringing those 4 pillars together completely transforms a layman into a powerhouse of business strategy.
And here is the absolute bottom line, the so what for you. By completing this program, you unlock actual eligibility for future consulting engagements, both in India and in international markets. You're not just taking a class, you are opening a huge door to lucrative consulting gigs, entrepreneurial ventures, and serious leadership roles. That is the tangible, real-world ROI of finally seeing the whole picture.
All right, rounding out with Section 5, how to join the movement.
The logistics are super straightforward. It's hosted in person in Koramangala, Bangalore. It goes down every single Friday afternoon from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Honestly, it's the perfect way to wrap up your week. Zoom out, network with some amazing, like-minded professionals, and really expand your thinking.
Okay, but here is the most exciting part for those of you going through this explainer right now. To build up the founding community, the Modus team is doing something huge. The first 100 participants will be admitted completely free of charge. No joke, 0 cost for the first 100 people who take action.
You will definitely want to jump on that fast, because after this initial launch phase wraps up, participation is going to be priced at 1,500 Indian rupees per session. So getting in early means you secure a spot in a highly exclusive community of innovators, and you save a solid chunk of change while doing it.
I want to wrap up by leaving you with this really powerful thought from the source material. The future belongs to those who understand how value is created across entire industries. If you are genuinely curious about how businesses work, if you're fired up about AI, and if you want to completely transform the way you lead and collaborate, this is it. This is your moment. Don't stay stuck in your silo. Step out, see the whole value chain, and unlock your true potential. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today. So what's it going to be? Are you ready to finally see the whole picture? Or are you going to stay just a single piece of the puzzle?